This phenomenon affects weather across the world and can have devastating impacts.
In fact, this one could be the strongest one we've seen in over 150 years.
What's up, guys? It's Kayla.
And Jim.
Welcome back to another Meteorology Monday. As you have noticed in the past couple of videos, we have new mugs. The updated version of the OG designs. Of course, it comes in the right-handed and the left-handed version. Justice for the left-handed people, right, Dad?
That's right, justice for us.
That's right. So we have the original, but if you follow us over on Instagram and Facebook, you noticed that there was a poll that we put out very recently that has led to the creation of the Live Laugh Lightning mug. We love her. She's got a little Meteorotech weather symbol on the back.
Look at that cute little logo on the back.
Look at that. Now, this mug drop is coming very soon. We have not set a date, but it is coming within the next month or two. Right now, we have an email list sign up available on our website, so you are the first to find out when these beautiful mugs are dropping. Head over to meteorotechweather.com and put your email in and be the first to know.
And we are so excited about this, and also getting back to our roots for our love of coffee.
We do!
Across the United States, across the world. We've been world traveling, you know.
We have had much coffee across many places.
That's right,
and
that's right.
Longtime viewers of the show will remember that Dad has tried a mocha in almost every state that we've been to.
That's right. I still have many more to go, so the storms lead us, and we find the coffee shops, and we try the mochas, and I will report back to you.
That's right.
Trust me. Just watch for my report, the latest on the mocha updates. It's going to be awesome.
Exactly right. He even requested a mocha cake for his birthday just a short time ago. Everybody say happy birthday, Dad, in the comments. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And for those that already did, I think you posted on Instagram and a few other things. Thank you so much. Birthday was very special, and your kind wishes, they just touched my heart too. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And now, moving away from the topic of mugs, what are we talking about today?
There was a release by NOAA and the Climate Prediction Center about a Super El Niño event, something that we haven't seen this strong that they are predicting in about 150 years or so. So
hey, you were around back then, right?
I was. And so we were chiseling forecasts out of stone back then. We did have carrier pigeon. The warnings were very delayed because the pigeons could not get through the wind when it came to tornadic events, but you know, we tried our best, and we have improved significantly since then. You guys should appreciate every single warning that comes out, because trust me, sending a carrier pigeon out from the Weather Service cave, it was just difficult. So, you know, we did our best. We did our best back then. I mean,
what else does no one have to say?
So this is, again, expected to be one of the strongest ones on record. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to look at some of the things in the report and give you the links provided below, as we always do. But before we get started,
if you find that you're enjoying this video along the way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below so you never miss the next Meteorology Monday or mug update. You know what I'm saying? So as we said at the beginning of the video, we are talking about the Super El Niño that is set to start impacting places across the globe starting this summer. As of right now, we are in a ENSO neutral pattern. ENSO is what we call the El Niño Southern Oscillation, just the acronym we use for that. We are currently in a neutral pattern as depicted by the current sea surface temperatures, but that is all about to change.
That's right.
But first, I think we should get into what is El Niño.
El Niño is a naturally occurring climate phenomenon characterized by the warming of sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. Meaning the little boy, or Christ child in Spanish, it was named by Peruvian fishermen who observed the warming waters peaking around Christmas.
And how does El Niño work exactly?
Normally, trade winds blow strongly from east to west across the Pacific, pushing warm water toward Indonesia and Australia, while cold, nutrient-rich water upwells along South America. However, during El Niño, these trade winds weaken or even reverse. This allows the massive pool of warm water, normally trapped in the western Pacific, to migrate eastward toward the coasts of the Americas. So in an El Nino event, those winds relax and those waters tend to shift eastward back toward the Americas. Now that's got a lot of impacts.
It does.
It impacts it in a way because when the ocean shifts, the atmosphere shifts as well. There's that couplet between the ocean and the atmosphere. Some of the atmospheric phenomenon that changes along with the ocean pattern change is how storms are routed, how marine fisheries are able to function. A lot of things like that, and we're going to get into some of those specifics here in just a second, but that's basically the broad brush for going into an El Nino pattern, is that warmer water tends to shift back to the east and starts changing patterns, especially over this part of the hemisphere.
Yeah. In the Americas, El Nino tends to bring wetter, stormier weather to the southern United States and Peru, while Central America and parts of northern South America often experience severe droughts. In Asia and Australia, El Nino often causes drier, hotter conditions, which can lead to bushfires and agricultural changes. For hurricanes, the El Nino shifting winds and high wind shear typically suppress hurricane activity in the Atlantic, but increase the number of storms in the Pacific. Marine life is affected by El Nino by halting the cold water upwelling along the South American coast. It deprives marine ecosystems of essential nutrients, devastating local fisheries. So the follow-up question is, how often does this occur?
That's right. So El Niños occur irregularly on a 2 to 7 year cycle, and then when they do occur, they last for about 9 to 12 months. Now there is a warmer phase of this oscillation, and that is the El Nino side, and then the cooler side is the La Nina phase. And when conditions are not warmer or cooler, that is the neutral phase. So we took a look at the report that the Climate Prediction Center came out with. They posted it in around May 14th of this year, 2026.
Yep.
And some of their predictions based on the modeling show that El Nino, the actual transition from a neutral phase to a strong El Nino phase, has an 82% chance of occurring within the May to June timeframe. And that actually increases, their prediction increases to 98% by July. So they're very confident that we are transitioning from a neutral to an El Nino phase. Now they're also very confident that it's going to be very strong. In fact, they are predicting that El Nino will still be in place. They have a 96% chance that it will still be in place by December of 2026 through February 2027. So again, by December 2026, February 2027, we're talking about that 9 to 12 month range that El Nino typically tends to span. They've also got another statistic, and that there's a 66% chance that this could reach or exceed the threshold of 1.5 to 2 degrees centigrade of ocean sea surface temperatures. So that's getting up there. So
that's
very
warm.
interesting. That's very warm. And there's even some modeling that suggests it could even reach 3 degrees Celsius above normal. So we'll have to see how that plays out, but they are fairly certain this is going to be one of the stronger El Niños that we've seen in a very long time. Now, the question is how does that affect the weather patterns?
Yeah.
How does that affect things across the United States, the Americas, and other parts of the world? Let's get into that.
Kicking it off with hurricane season impacts for the Atlantic hurricane season, we're looking at a very suppressed season because of all of that vertical wind shear that El Nino is going to be bringing. Because of that, NOAA has just recently released their Atlantic hurricane season prediction, which we will be doing a full video on next. So stay tuned for next week's video. For the Pacific and Hawaii, on the contrary, they're expecting an above normal season.
And above normal season because the atmospheric conditions would be more favorable for storm development, in that you don't have a high wind shear profile, you've got less wind shear.
Much less.
So that adds to hurricane development. So the Atlantic side, again, to summarize, the Atlantic side is more suppressed. Not saying that's going to be zero. There's going to be storms forming.
Zero, yeah.
But yes, more suppressed on the Atlantic side, but more enhanced on the Pacific side.
So for the U.S. specifically, Hawaii and the southwest coast of the United States should be watching closely this hurricane season. As we just mentioned, this winter season is going to be interesting because of this Super El Niño. So there's a lot involved with how this is going to affect the winter weather. Let's get into that. During a Super El Niño, the northern polar jet stream retreats into Canada, while the southern subtropical jet stream intensifies and remains over the southern tier of the United States. This creates a sharp contrast in the weather experienced across the United States. In the southern tier, California to Florida, an active storm track will pump continuous storms across the region. California, Texas, the Gulf Coast, and the Southeast face significantly higher risks of flash flooding and severe winter storms. While hazardous, this pattern will offer massive drought relief to parched soils and reservoirs across the South. The northern tier and the Midwest, these regions will experience a much milder and drier than average winter. States from the Pacific Northwest through the Northern Plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley can expect less frequent extreme cold outbreaks, though this likely means a heavily reduced winter snowpack.
Now, along with the wintertime temperatures, we've also got summertime heat. So what does a strong El Niño mean for that? Delayed temperature spikes. Because regional air temperatures lag behind equatorial ocean warming, the heat released by this event is expected to peak late in the year. Historical forecast. Climatologists warn that this event, layered on top of already elevated baseline ocean warmth, could make 2027 the hottest year in recorded U.S. history, triggering dangerous summer heat waves in the west and south.
So finally, here in the Southeast, we might get a reprieve from the drought that we are still currently in. It has rained for pretty much a week straight, and yet the ground is still cracked and our reservoirs are still low. So we have a lot of work to do to come out of the drought that we've been in since pretty much February.
Yes, it's been a long time. And although some of that rain does come at a cost of severe storms, unfortunately, and a lot of severe storms cause a lot of runoff instead of actually getting absorbed into the ground. So you would think, okay, a heavy thunderstorm, great, that's heavy rain, it'll soak into the ground and relieve the drought. A lot of it runs off. Unfortunately, with this pattern, it does set up for a stronger signal for severe storms, but at the same time, we could use the beneficial rain.
Yeah. Your local meteorologists here in central North Carolina will be storm tracking all summer for potential live, laugh, lightning moments.
That's right. That's right.
Another thing that this affects, specifically what we can talk about, if it's different for your area, let us know in the comments below, but it has been cold for a very long time, and our temperatures have not reached unbearable, and here it is, we're almost into June, or we are into June, here in central North Carolina, and our days have not been overly unbearable. I mean, we've had nights in the 40s still recently, and today I believe the peak is 70-something degrees, which in May in North Carolina, at the end of May, post-Memorial Day in North Carolina, we are not seeing triple-digit numbers is insane. So the start to our summer has actually shifted farther into the year, which we would expect also that heat to linger into October and November, again, making our winter season very interesting with all of that energy stored up in the atmosphere and potential winter storms.
And not to mention the humidity as well.
Yes.
I think here we are, May 31st, we're recording, it's sunny out. I think we're gonna have a high of maybe in the mid to upper 70s, and the humidity is gonna be low. It's like,
we have the windows open.
We haven't had that since we've lived in North Carolina. It's been over 20 years, so it's like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Not complaining. The pool is not finished yet, so we can put off the heat. Oh my gosh, do you feel the cool breeze coming in under the garage door?
Usually it's hot in here. How many videos have you guys watched us go, it's 4,000 Kelvin, right? It's just so hot. But now, I'm feeling that cool breeze on my legs. It's
beautiful.
It's nice.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So we'll take it for as long as we can take it. And then once the pool's done, it can heat up. We're good.
Yeah, and then we'll get our tan and it'll be nice and summery. So so there's your weather update from the Southeast. What is your experience like where you live? I know we've got people over in England. We've also got you guys in Canada. What is the weather doing in your area and also across the United States? So there you have it, the Super El Niño forecasted to take place here over the next few months. Again, if you like what you saw, be sure to leave a like, subscribe down below so you never miss the next Meteorology Monday. Follow us over on Facebook and Instagram. As always, check out our website, join our email list, and until next time, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Jim.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you at the next Meteorology Monday. El Niño is a naturally occurring
Hang on,
climate...
say that, do it one more time. My chair just squeaked so
Oh.
obnoxiously.